Jeromy Hicks, North Mason Regional Fire Authority. Morning, sir.
Jeff Spencer, morning.
Geez, let me find
good
my
morning.
microphone here. Try it again.
Let me try that. Hello. Are we there? Are we on?
You're here.
Can you hear me now?
Almost don't even
Jeff
need
Spencer, morning.
Almost
Morning.
don't even need a microphone for you, sir. It's good to see you Saturday night at the North Mason Chamber Gala, and you were that was the last little swan song for you, right?
That was it. 2 years as the chairman of the board, and I got to turn that over to Pam Voles, which will do an awesome job.
She'll do a
up
heck of a
there.
job.
Yeah, she's awesome. She works in kind of the whole county.
Yep.
You know, she has a footprint there.
Yeah,
so.
she's super. Well, why don't you take a minute then to talk about your chairman award? Tell everybody who you gave that to. I think we talked about it yesterday when I gave the rundown of who won things. But
yeah,
one of your deals is you get to pick somebody.
Yeah. So this year, actually, it's for the 2 years. It's a 2-year award. But I picked Dr. Brian Peterson from the North Mason, somebody that has really done a lot of work up there, and I think people know him and know what he does, but they didn't know quite the extent of the work that he does.
Sure.
He puts a lot of his own time, and I was talking. One of the things I remember seeing him up there was by the bus stop, in North Mason. I couldn't figure out what he was doing. He had a shovel, and I didn't know if he was riding a bus. I didn't know what he was doing up there, and he was up there hand digging out the bus stop.
Amazing.
And pouring concrete, and he got that all set up. He's the one responsible for the murals in Belfair as you drive through, the artwork. He's instrumental. You're going to talk to Mindy Harlow here in a minute, but with the Waterwheel Park up there and the trail system and trying to bring Allen and Belfair together and develop programs that benefit both of them, and he's just done a really good job.
Good.
So
Well, good to have that recognition.
yeah, it was nice to have him.
Last time we met, we talked a little bit about a couple of issues. One of them was a new fire hall in the Tahuya area. Where are we at on that?
Well, we're out for the contractor's been awarded, and they're getting the specifications for the building, ordering the building. It's a metal building, and it comes all pre-engineered, comes up here, and
Wow.
we hopefully we're going to be seeing dirt moving here, and as we speak. I haven't been down there in a little bit, but I know we were just waiting on kind of the final plans to submit into the county and get the building permits and all that done, and we're 6 months. That's what we're talking. They have a pretty tight time frame once we sign the contract.
We got to get ready for Tahuya Days.
We got Tahuya Days, which is building the fire station comes second to Tahuya Days.
Sure.
There. I mean, Tahuya Days is a great event down there, and we're already working with the community down there to figure out how we're going to park cars down there, and it's gonna be an asset, to that event down there. But hopefully, we're not in the middle of constructing a new fire station.
No, you can
Tahuya
hopefully get
Station.
it all done in time. Very good.
And then we have the new fire station. We had some community members, community meetings with the fire station in Belfair on Old Belfair Highway, and last week the commission kind of talked about moving ahead with that plan and going out for some interest from you have to go find an architect and do some stuff. So we're kind of in that process right now to see will that work, and getting some feasibility study stuff done.
So this type of fire hall will be in just an expansion and enhancement of the current, or will it be you take down the old one and you'll have a whole brand new one?
No, the idea is to build a new one next to the lot, and then repurpose the current fire station into there's talks with other county agencies about coming in and using that facility, because it has a great the life's there. It's just we've outgrown it. For we used to run 200-300 calls a year, and now we're at 2,000 3,000 calls a year. So the staffing and the apparatus and the office space that we have to have we've just grown out of it. So
Is there a fire pole in there anywhere?
No fire poles.
They still do that?
They don't do them. You don't build stations with fire poles anymore.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's just
It's all
you
single
can think
level?
about people falling out of the second floor.
I know, in the
they
middle of the
use
night, the
stairs.
alarms
They actually
go
have
off.
slides. They have the slides that you could go down. A little safer. But yeah, too many firefighters were losing grip or falling down the holes on accident and stuff like that. So
You ever had the
just
chance to go down a pole like that?
I did, yeah. I went. I did some internship in LA City, and they had a 3-story fire pole.
Oh, wow.
And that was pretty interesting.
That is amazing.
You'd actually have to coordinate. The doors would lock So when somebody went out the third story, you couldn't go out the second story for so many seconds because they're having people open the doors and jump on the pole at the same time. And they're
Oh my gosh, can you imagine?
Wow.
But 3-story fire pole. I think City of Shelton here used to have a fire pole, and it was 3 stories.
I
too.
believe if you go into the fire station in a Central Mason's fire station, you can see a bit of one of the old
The
poles
old pole,
there.
yep.
I feel really old because that was like every fire station in the world had those when I was a
Yeah.
kid.
Everybody always asks that, like, where's the fire pole? I'm like,
Sure.
well, we're in a 1-story building, so that would be
You guys
weird.
need to do a little better PR on that one, a little better marketing.
Yeah,
What else is going on? We're getting ready to change our clocks. I know that's a big one.
Yeah,
on smoke
well, I
detectors
always
and
say smoke detectors. Go check your smoke detector right now. Check your batteries when you do the clocks. And if you don't have a smoke detector, give us a call. We'll come install one. We'll put it in for you. If you need a battery, come to the station. We'll give you a battery.
Do you guys carry on with you if someone were to call a kind of pocket CO2 detector?
Do we
A carbon monoxide detector? Like if somebody calls and they say my carbon monoxide thing has been going off, but I changed the batteries, I can't smell anything. If you guys come by, do you have more sensitive equipment to be able to pick up more particulates per million or whatever?
Yeah, we carry gas detectors that carry, one of the gases they detect is carbon monoxide. So all of our fire engines carry those, and we go into houses and check it. Interesting story. We had a bunch of smoke detectors. They beep when the battery's going low.
Mm-hmm.
And we went out there. We replaced all the smoke detector batteries. I still heard the beeping.
That drives me nuts.
Replaced them all in this house, and come to find out, it was a carbon monoxide detector that somebody had installed. Kind of
In the
behind a
corner.
hutch or something, and we couldn't see it, and it turned out to be that. So when the batteries are beeping, make sure you check the carbon monoxide detector. But also when you change your batteries and your smoke detectors, change the ones.
Change them all out.
Yeah, change out the ones in the carbon monoxide detectors.
A lot of smoke detectors are hardwired into a system in the house, but when you buy your replacements, and with carbon monoxide, I haven't seen the carbon monoxide ones that are kind of built into the house. Do they make those, or are they all standalones?
Usually they're standard. Now they do make the dual ones. The hardwired ones in the house is a code requirement. So you have to have them so many per area, and then they have to be what they call interconnected. So when you replace those after 10 years of life, you have to buy another interconnected hardwired, usually online or through Home Depot. The ones we offered are just the battery operated ones. It is important to know that those interconnected ones need to be replaced every 10 years because that's the warning you want. If one's going off downstairs, for instance, my house where it's not a living area, downstairs if there's a fire, I want to know upstairs there's something going on downstairs. And if you just have the battery ones and which are good for getting you out of the house, but the interconnection is what warns you about the whole house.
Sure.
After all these years, can we change the tone on those things so they're not, or is it intentionally annoying so that we get up and actually change the batteries?
Yeah, well,
is that
I
what
always
they do?
tell people the battery goes dead at 2 in the morning. That's when it's
It always does. Always. It's
But
true.
They do make smoke detectors. They did a study where kids wouldn't wake up to them. In fact, my kid was one of them. It was going off. We were sitting there watching TV, and what is that noise? The smoke detector's in my kid's room going off, and we had a vape machine, vaporizer. It's cold, and that had set it off. Well, it had been going off for quite a while, and he didn't wake up. So they did a study showing that you could pre-record a message on the smoke detector. It's mom or dad's voice. Hey, Cohen, get up, get out of the house, and it just replays this message over and over and over instead of the beeping. Because
and they still sleep through that too, probably.
Well, I mean, think of when you were a kid and your alarm was going off.
Oh, sure.
The only way I get up is my mom had to take the blanket and walk out of the room with it.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
exactly.
I go back to bed.
Anything on the new connected, and we're running close to time, but anything on the new connected smoke detector, carbon monoxide, like Nest has these types of versions. Are they okay? Or?
Yeah, I mean, they all have to be UL listed and tested for use. The nice thing about Nest is it has some interconnectivity to it. It can send it to your phone. It can send it to other devices. You don't have to wire the house for it. It could call the fire department for you. So there's a lot of use with that. I don't have the Nest system, nor have I used it, but it is Nest and I think Ring are kind of working together with each other to get these smart homes going. So.
All right.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Jeromy Hicks, North Mason Regional Fire Authority. Just about out of time. Got to get Mendy in here, see what's going on at the Salmon Center.
Yeah.
Belfair half hour for you guys.
That's right. We'll carpool next month.
That's all right. Good to see you, sir.
Yeah, you too.
All right,
Thanks.
take it
guys.
easy. Thank you.